Hey, everybody, this is Brent from Directory, and this morning I have the extreme pleasure of speaking with Cree Washington. Cree, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Brent. I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah, I appreciate your time. I'm very excited to talk to you because I literally know nothing about you, and I want to.
Likewise.
And it's always exciting because everything is new and there's always new information, and I don't know exactly what to ask or how,
hmm
what your story is. So it'll be, I think, an interesting discovery for me and for everybody. But tell me, Cree, what was it that got you in the mindset or that flipped that switch for you that was like, you know what, I think I want to be some sort of filmmaker?
Well, I've been creating since I was a teenager. I started with music lyrics, poems, and then into like my upper teenage years, I started making beats.
Mm,
And then around 2010, I'm like, I think I want to write a script. So I wrote my first script. I'm like, this seems pretty easy. And off and on throughout the years, that's like been my main focus. But consistently, I've been writing for the past like 3 or 4 years.
okay.
So, and what like pushed it is because I don't know, it was just like it's like you ever had like a toothache or a headache,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like constant, like it's
Mm,
just constant, right? So I kept
yeah.
getting that feeling that I needed to follow my passion. So that's
It was in you and you just had to follow it.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I had to follow it because I feel like if I never did, then I wouldn't really be living like my purpose.
Yeah. That's no, that's a great story. I think when people have that, because not everyone does. Not
Mhm.
everyone has that kind of insistent drive, even if it's that little annoying mosquito in your
Yeah.
ear. They have to, if they to force themselves, they have to really pull themselves up to do that thing when maybe they don't have that drive behind them. So that's good, and I'm proud of you for
Thank you.
following that.
I
I
am
mean,
too.
yeah,
I am
no, that's
too.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're primarily a writer.
Mhm.
Have you what's your educational background in terms of writing, or is it just all self-taught?
It's all self-taught. I haven't went to school for, to be a filmmaker or a screenwriter. It's all when I first started like my first script, I went to Google and I'm like, okay, so how do I format it? Because I can't just write it, you
Right.
know?
Right,
And
right.
I'm like, oh yeah, it doesn't seem too hard to do.
Mhm.
So Google was my bestie when I
Yeah.
started.
Yeah. I think it's pretty amazing actually, like, the resources that are available for people
hmm
in a way that makes the internet, that it has its bad sides, but it has its good sides, and
Yeah.
for those of you like yourself who have this interest, this desire to learn, there
hmm
it is, and, it's able to guide you along. That's great.
Yeah.
Um, are there were there, like, screenwriters in particular that caught your eye, or just, a type of movie or a genre? Like, what's your interest there?
My niche is drama, and I tend to make every one of my scripts truthful. Like I put something in there that I've gone through personally with a little twist, but
Yeah.
overall, it's something truthful. So drama genres are
Mhm.
like my babies.
'Kay.
Writers, I'm gonna have to go with Issa Rae. I think she's a great writer,
Mhm.
especially like where she started at to where she is now. I'm like literally like the sky's the limit. Like you can do anything, you
Yeah.
know. And I'm pretty sure I don't know if she had the idea that she would be where she is at now, but where she started at,
Mhm.
it's literally you can do anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, drama genres are like something that's near to me.
Yeah. Yeah, Issa Rae is a success story for sure,
Mhm.
and just how she seems to have positioned herself in a leadership role,
Yeah.
in a like, she understands where she came from, and she's
Mhm.
I her involvement with, Project Greenlight. I
Mhm.
remember a couple years back, she was involved there, and just that was my first glimpse into her as a person and how she operates.
Yeah.
I've seen her work and such, but, yeah, she just has that kind of, confidence and that
Mhm.
that inspirational leadership quality.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that she had that effect on you 'cause
Oh,
it
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
there's others too, but, like Ryan Coogler, I think he's a man, it would be so nice to work with him.
Oh, yeah.
It
Absolutely.
would be nice to work with Issa too, but Ryan Coogler,
Mhm.
he's definitely that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, and he's had an amazing year, but
Yeah.
then he had an amazing few years, and
Mhm.
something I've noticed about him is he's, like, the epitome of humility. Like,
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
after all of that, like, he does not take it for granted. He doesn't it seems like it hasn't changed him in a negative
Mhm.
way.
Mhm. Mhm.
He's super cool. So, yeah,
Yeah.
following those footsteps is not a bad thing. Not a bad idea.
No, no, no.
Okay, so did you say earlier, maybe off mic, you had written like 3 or 4 scripts by this point?
So I have a series I've completed. I have a short film I've completed, and a couple feature films.
Okay,
So right now I will be soon post production. I'm sorry, pre production for my short film.
okay,
Um, we're gonna start shooting. I think hopefully next month. Next month sometime into, and I'm really excited about that. I told like my team, I think I might shed a few tears
yeah,
because it's been a long time coming. I never really thought like I would be at this point right now. Like, okay, I wrote a short film. I think I want to have it produced or directed. So I
mhm,
found a director, and another actress. I found a post audio and video editor, and I just found a boom operator. So I'm
wow.
like, okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna cry when it's all said and done. And the crazy thing is I'm actually gonna be acting in it too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so I'm like more of a behind the scenes person,
Uh-huh.
but I'm like, if I want to put my shit out, I feel like I'm gonna have to act in
Yeah,
it. So I'm gonna be acting in it as well.
and it sounds like you're producing it. Like, you're
Yeah.
the producer.
Yep. Mhm.
Okay, wow. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
I know what you're feeling.
Mhm.
I have written a lot myself. I had, shot my own things with my just me holding a camera,
Yeah.
like very no budget, like less than no budget, like no crew,
Yeah.
nothing. But the
Yeah.
first time that I actually did have a budget, a very small one, and a
Mhm.
crew, I actually had a cinematographer, and
Yeah.
I could focus on directing, and they would handle that, and like it's a very cool moment. So I'm
Mhm.
excited for you.
Thank
Um,
you.
Now
Yeah.
tell me, because you're producing as well, like, how has that been? I mean, is that something you have found also interesting or gratifying, or is it just out of necessity, I have to no one's gonna do this?
Um, it's going through like the shot list and location and props, and I'm like the storyboard. I'm like, I didn't know that all this went into like actually creating a film because we don't see that. We
Right.
just see that the end of it,
Yeah.
end of them
Mhm.
planning. So in a perfect world, I would want to my plan is hopefully to I do want to have my own film production company
Mhm.
with a team. And I think I would be kind of I don't know if I would be a writer or the director, you know,
Uh-huh.
or the producer. So I'm kind of trying to fill that out. But I would want like a team of people who like know their role. Everybody has their role and we all like work together.
Yes.
Um
Yes.
But yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, it is, right? Even for a short film like you're talking about, it's, uh,
Yeah.
could be a 5-minute
Yeah.
thing, but it's funny, for 5 minutes or 105 minutes, you still have to do all the things. You have to find the people, you have to find the location,
Mhm.
you have to get
Mhm.
permits or insurance or whatever, all the
Yeah.
paperwork and logistics and all that, it's still the same amount of work.
Right.
Well, okay, to me, it's clear that what you described earlier is that little voice in the back of your head kind of pushing you forward is
Mhm.
actually pretty strong. It actually sounds like
Oh
it's
yeah.
kinda like screaming in your ear now because you're
Yeah.
really
Like Cree, you gonna have to do it, you know?
yeah.
Um and I'm thankful to like the team that I have because since this is my first one, I told them up front, like, I'm sorry guys, I'm not gonna be able to pay you. This is it's a passion
Mhm,
project. And they
mhm.
see the vision,
Yeah.
the ones who have read my script, they're like, okay, I can see this coming to life. And they're willing to work for credit and, copy of
Mhm.
the film and food on set.
Yeah.
So, but I told them like if it takes off, I mean, I got everybody, but I have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'm then too like I'm grateful for the experience that I'm gaining at the same time. Like my director, she knows her stuff and I'm just grateful to have her on my team cuz honestly, I didn't know where to I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, I want to direct this film. Okay, but this and that have to happen before,
Yeah.
the final product happens. So,
Yeah, I can imagine it's every day is like you learn the things you have to do,
mhm.
and then you have to learn how to do them, and then you have to do them, and then yeah, there's it's I envy you, but I also know that how much work it
Yeah.
is, and it should be fun. Hopefully, it's still fun.
Mhm.
Hopefully, it still feels like progress, and every little victory pushes you that much further to
Oh yeah.
the finish line because it can burn so many people out, and so
Mhm.
hopefully that's not happening.
Oh
Stick
no, no,
with it.
no.
Yeah.
It's fun, and I've already told like the director that I feel we're gonna have to redo so many scenes just because I just see me laughing on set a lot. And I mean, my short film is a psychological thriller mystery. So just some of the scenes that I've written, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to do this scene like multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, I that's it is. So the acting part is a whole different thing.
Mhm.
I'm curious, like, what are you doing? Are you taking any classes or anything to do that? You're just gonna do it.
I'm just gonna wing it. I'm not
You
taking
are.
any classes. I'm just really just gonna try to really get in the character.
Yeah.
Um, because in a way, like the character that I'm playing, I'm kind of I'm not really this way, but in a way I am. So I'll kind of be like out of character a little
Mhm.
bit. So, but no, no classes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wing it.
That's great. That's great. I love it. I mean, as the writer, you know
Mhm.
where these characters are coming from, right? So
Right.
in a sense, you've already done the internal work,
Right.
um, and thought these people out. So now it's just a matter of embodying them.
Right.
Um, but yeah, it might be smart to build in some time in the schedule,
Mhm.
for for you, like getting the giggles out or like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
nerves that are gonna come for sure. That first day is gonna be an experience for you, and no, that's exciting.
Oh
I think
yeah, I
it'll be
can't
great.
wait for for it to happen. But I know we're planning on like doing some what is it rehearsal
Mhm,
like reading rehearsal of the script. So
mhm.
hopefully then I'll be like okay I got to get serious.
Yeah, 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 no, okay. So earlier you had talked about moving to Atlanta. I'm curious about Atlanta as a place. I've been there before, but very briefly. But I wanna know, like,
Mhm.
you moved to Atlanta. First of all, why did you move to Atlanta? And 2, what's it been like, for you? Like, starting over, like, meeting people, like, network,
Yeah.
that kinda thing?
So I moved from North Carolina. Okay, I was working at this company that I still work at now, and I seen a job I had zero experience in. It would be a career change,
Hmm,
and I'm like, I'm gonna just apply for it,
hmm,
you know. So I applied for it. There was a delay, like I think like maybe a month or two before I heard anything back.
uh,
But my now supervisor, told me, okay, I'm waiting to hear back from HR. And I'm like, okay, whatever. If it happens, it happens.
mhm,
So I got a call from him saying, we want to hire you. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm moving to Atlanta, but I've always wanted to move to Atlanta because of just the creative scene. But at the time that I wanted to, the universe was like, "No, you should wait. It's not the time right now."
yeah,
So, the opportunity opened up for me to move out here, and I took it.
mhm,
Meeting people creatively, I feel that I have to go into those spaces to meet people who are in creative. And I met quite a few people. I went
mhm,
to this creative event, was it last month? And it was real nice. I found met some cool people who are just trying to, do their passions like myself. But overall, creatively, I think it's a good spot for anyone you know, who wants to follow their passions.
yeah. Yeah, no, it really does feel like, a pocket of very dedicated, creative people that have
Mhm.
kind of built, community themselves.
Yeah.
And then perhaps because of that or in service of that, all the tax breaks and things that really opened up production in Georgia
Mhm.
brought the big players to town,
Right.
and then it just seems like it really, kinda took off from there, and now it's like a mini hub. It really is a
Yeah.
pretty pretty awesome option for people who don't like the coasts, New York
Mhm.
or LA or whatnot. It's another option that seems very viable.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about like the networking aspect and sounds like maybe you has having to put yourself into those situations. Are you more of an introvert?
I can be.
Okay.
I would say I'm more of like a what is it, ambivert? I'm like an introvert and extrovert. It
Okay.
just depends on the space that I'm in,
Uh-huh.
the people I'm around. But I guess on the outside looking in, I could be like assume that I'm an extrovert,
Uh-huh.
but sometimes I can be introverted.
Yeah. No, of course. I think I'm the same way. If I'm in a room and there's another person in the room, I can easily
Mhm.
conversation. But if it's like I'm at home and the idea is to go out and meet new people, like
Yeah.
purposely, like that's when I'm like, I'm okay. Like
Yeah, there has to be like a purpose, like creatively, like, okay, there's this event,
yeah,
let me go to it.
yeah, yeah,
But just yeah, I'm trying to break out of the I like being at home.
yeah, yes.
But
That is
yeah.
for me. It's especially true, especially the older I get. It's like
Mhm.
the motivation there to leave the house
Yeah.
sometimes is quite a lot.
Yeah.
Um, but y- the film making is dependent on collaboration. You need other
Mhm.
people, unless you're an
Yeah.
animator working, drawing in their room, by themselves the whole time, and
Right.
that's it. You need other people, so you kinda have to make that work however I mean, it could be online, still at a distance or whatnot, but
Yeah.
you need people, and I'm always curious, like, how that works and how people find each other.
Yeah.
How did you find your director and your editor and all that?
I actually went on Backstage.
Okay.
I went on Backstage and, I put my ad in like, okay, I'm looking for director, producer for the short film. It's unpaid, it's a passion project.
Mhm,
And I wasn't getting any hits on anybody. I'm like,
mhm.
okay, I'll just send the application to people to see if they, respond to it. So
Uh-huh.
I did that, and that's how I found the actress too, my actress, and the boom operator too, as well. Yeah. I
Yeah,
found
okay.
them by on Backstage, and I wasn't getting any hits from like my ad. So, on there you can just send your ad to people to apply to.
Mm,
And I did that and I got feedback. So
that's great. That's good to know
yeah.
too, like, some people might have done that first step like you did and then thought, "Well, I guess, that's it," and then
Yeah.
but no, there are other options there.
Yeah. There's Facebook groups as well.
Mm,
I haven't found too much success with that yet. So,
yeah,
but yeah, there's Facebook groups. Threads is another one.
mhm,
Threads is good. I mean, I did reach out on Threads asking if, anyone is interested in being a boom operator, but most people want to be paid, and I'm like,
yeah,
sorry, I can't do that right now.
yeah. No.
So
That's the thing is, like, there's a certain level on the ladder of, hierarchy of filmmaking, right? Like, and when you're at the bottom, like, it feels like you're stuck because who's gonna work for free? Like, that's the question
yeah,
that comes up.
yeah.
But the reality is you're working for free. There's inevitably more people out there that are
Mm-hmm.
also in that same spot who
Mm-hmm.
who are trying to break in, trying to get, some experience, a
Yeah.
portfolio, like, and then it's just a matter of finding those people, but they are
Right.
out there.
Right.
And I think, most people seem to realize that that's kind of where you have to start. You have to
Mm-hmm.
free
Mm-hmm.
for free. It has to be that. I mean, you need a job separately, and that's why everyone
Right.
has that job, but
Right.
then you have to dedicate your weekends or your nights or whatever to
Mm-hmm.
working for free. And I
Yeah.
think the sooner
Yeah.
people the sooner people, like, realize and commit to that, the sooner I think things will start to happen.
Right. Yeah. Oh, and another outlet I used, there are schools here, colleges that have like film departments.
Mhm.
So I reached out to the film director. I think that's what it's called. The film director at GSU. And, she emailed me back surprisingly because I didn't know she was going to email me back. But
Yeah.
she did. She asked, well, what my script was about. And she's like, okay, I'm going to forward this to the students. I'm like,
Mm.
okay, sweet. So that's how I found the audio and video edit post
Uh-huh.
production guy. So
Wow.
I'm like, wow, that's another outlet that I didn't know that I could use.
Yeah. That's great. No, I thanks for sharing that. I think that's what I'm trying to do,
Mhm.
uh, especially with directory, is to
Yeah.
provide all those resources in a single spot, right? But,
Mhm.
it's really important, the lesson, no matter where you are, like in your career, but, like, where you are geographically, finding people, like, is has to start with you, right? Like, you
Right.
you have
Yeah.
to be the generator of any movement here. So,
Yeah.
I just wanna commend you for clearly putting a lot of effort into this and thinking and trying different avenues because as you saw, like, this one works over here, but then this one also,
Mhm.
and, like, and you just keep going. And I think it's probably the biggest lesson for anybody
Yeah.
in a similar position. You have to do that. You have to explore all your options and push in all directions, and
Oh
something will
yeah.
happen.
Yeah, something will happen, eventually. It might not happen when you want it, but
Mhm.
eventually something's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then too, like, I always remember something my parents told me growing up. Like if you want something, don't expect like handouts. You gotta get it.
Yeah,
Do it yourself.
absolutely.
Okay. So that like, that has always like stuck with me.
Yeah, that's
So
great. That's again, that's if you just have that, you know,
mhm.
you're gonna be okay. Like, if you
Yeah.
just have that philosophy, that motivation, you keep yourself open to possibilities, like, things will happen, and I
Mhm. Yeah.
it's a very positive and but it's tough
It
because
is. Yeah.
because you can be doing it for a month straight and nothing, crickets,
Yeah.
and somehow you have to convince yourself, "No, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again."
Yeah.
It's you just
Yeah.
it's super tough. So,
Yeah.
much respect to you
Thank
and
you.
what you've been able to do. Um, I am curious, we talked earlier before we started the call about collaboration, and as a
Mhm.
writer, how difficult that can be. Talk to me about what it's like, because before you were saying you've written something and the idea of sharing that thing and letting people in, not
Yeah.
too exciting. So what's it been like for this project? Now you have a director, you have an actor, you have all these people who have now read the script. So what was
Mhm.
that like for you?
Initially, I'm like, do I have to? Is this something that I'm like, if you I have to let these people in. I don't know them. They don't know me. I have to let them in purposely. Initially, I'm like, okay, do I really want to do this? Like, do
Mhm,
I really want something directed, filmed?
mhm,
And I'm like, yeah, I do. So I'm
mhm.
gonna have to do this. And
Yeah.
I honestly think why things didn't move for me in the past creatively, besides not really going to events,
Mhm.
is because I didn't share my stuff.
Yeah.
So, I'm putting two and two together like, okay, if I do this, then, there's a
Yeah.
possibility that something could happen creatively.
Mhm. Mhm.
So just the shift mindset, I have to do it. Like if I want my name to get out there, if I want this to go somewhere, it's gonna
Mhm.
have to be done.
Yeah.
But yeah, the initial thought was like, I have to do what? You have to read it? Why do you have to read it? So it was a little tough in the
Yeah.
beginning, but
Yeah.
you know,
It certainly is, and if anyone who's watching this is not a writer, but I mean, it applies to just about every creative,
mm-hmm,
and right? If you're a painter, showing somebody your painting,
mm-hmm,
if you're a musician,
mm-hmm.
um, sharing, because if you're doing it well, I don't mean to be, like, didactic or anything, but if you're
Right,
doing
right.
it right, it's a piece of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a glimpse inside of you as a person,
Right.
and that's a vulnerable thing. It's like an intimate thing. It's like
Yeah.
if it's like letting someone read your diary, but
Oh yeah.
a different form, like it's,
Yeah.
um and, you're purposefully allowing that to happen, and
Mm-hmm.
it can be nerve-wracking, and then on top of that, you're already kind of, like, nervous and maybe on edge about it, and you hand it over, and they have any sort of thing to say,
Right.
it's amplified by 10. It's
Yeah.
like you take it personally. It
Yeah. Oh
feels like they
yeah.
hate it.
Sometimes constructive criticism is hard.
Did you
But
find that on this one? Did they have notes or ideas?
format wise, like I had to like change some scene and it's like the action scene. That was like the main thing. But overall, they're like, I like the script. I'm like, okay, that's good to hear.
Okay, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's the best answer you can get.
Oh yeah.
So, would you say then now that you have somebody or many people in on
Hmm.
it, the next time it's gonna be easier? Would you say that's the case?
Yeah, and I kind of like just want to work with them, but it'd be easier like if I'm working with other people in the future, it probably would be easier for me to like share, my script with them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I love what you said, like, you just want okay, you found some people, that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody else, now I wanna stick with them, and I think there's certainly something to that, right? Because
Mhm.
who you work with is, I think, much more important than what well, let me rephrase that. There are a million cinematographers out there, so,
Mhm.
and all of them could do the job. But
Mhm.
there's an extra layer to it that I think people really should kind of take to heart is like, how are you gonna be with that person creatively, and how is that dialogue gonna go between you guys? Are their sensibilities aligned with yours, or are you gonna have
Yeah.
to are they gonna impose their vision on yours? And, like,
Yeah.
this, like, tension between what you want, especially as the creator of the work, and the
Mhm.
people who are now there to help you do it.
Yeah.
So finding the right people is more important than finding people, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, the people, they have to see your vision, And like
Mhm.
you said, like, am I gonna run into something, or does the people like run into people who want their vision to be theirs? And I'm like, okay, but you didn't create that. It's the writer's vision.
Yeah.
So just, yeah, having a good team where all of you mesh well and
Mhm.
don't know each other really is, I think, is really important to have.
Mhm. Yes, like pre-production is certainly the logistics, right?
Mhm.
Scheduling it and finding location and finding the props, and there's lots of just neutral, busy work to be done. But then
Right.
there's also that creative work that the storyboards, when you were saying you're working on storyboards. So
Mhm.
that's when you start to figure out, like, where they're coming from, where you're coming from, like, what's it actually gonna look like?
Right.
Has that process been pretty smooth so far for you?
Oh yeah. And the director, like, she has, like, her notepad, and we're like very, I guess, in tune, I guess you can say, with one another. Like, okay, I want the shot to be like this. She draws it up on the notepad. I'm like, that's it. You see it, you see the
That's
vision.
great.
So yeah, that part, the shot list, we're almost done with that. We have about 5 pages left. And then we're gonna work on, like, solidifying, like, locations. We have a couple, but overall, the shot list, is going very well.
Wow,
So yeah.
that's great. Now I know why you just wanna stick with her for right.
Right. Yeah. It would be very easy. Like, okay, Javi. Her name's Javi. Okay,
Uh-huh.
Javi. I have this idea here.
Yep.
So.
That's great, especially as the director,
Mhm.
where a lot of directors, kind of out of necessity, have to take ownership over the material, right?
Mhm.
They have to know it inside and out so that they can make all the all the subcontractors' decisions, like, when they're working with the DP, when they're working with the costume,
Yeah.
you know, they have to communicate all of that, and so they either have to know your idea as the writer,
Mhm.
they have to know everything that and feel it and align with it, or they have to make it their own to a certain degree
Right.
so that they can communicate it, not
Mhm.
necessarily because they're trying to take over the project. But then, yeah, then you get directors on the other end are like, "No, this is my story now. I know you wrote it, but this is gonna be my thing, and here's
Yeah.
my thing." So, and that's the I guess, the harshest thing as a writer is that you
Mhm.
created this thing, you've created you hand it over,
Right.
and then it's no longer yours. Like,
Right.
that is
Yeah.
a reality that most writers seem
Mhm.
to
To
go
run
through,
into.
and you have
Yeah,
to
that's
accept it.
yeah, I think that would break me if that were to happen.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, because I spent my time, I put my heart into this, and you wanna take it
mhm,
because, you think your idea sounds better.
mhm.
So
Yep.
I'm thankful I haven't had to experience that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, really. So, again, yeah, be s get the contract signed with these with your crew, like, "Okay, this is not just for this project, this is for all future projects as well."
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Imma have to write one up.
Okay. So what do you have plans for the film after it's done? Are you thinking ahead towards festivals or anything like that?
I am actually. So I had this idea in my head that I want the short film to be created into a series.
Mm,
So I've already written like one episode of the series, but yeah, I do want to pitch it to festivals for
mhm,
sure.
mhm,
And I'll have to like look in and see like what that all entails, but
mhm.
that's something that I do, want to want to do.
Well, sounds like you've been able to as a producer, as a writer, producer, actor, you've
Mhm.
been able to isolate, identify the steps along the way, figure it out, do those things. So that will just be the next step in that same
Right.
trajectory.
Yeah.
But that's I think it's great. I think again, I really applaud that you're doing this because the more you know as a filmmaker, like the big capital F filmmaker, because
Mhm.
it's going all that experience is gonna feed into your next project. Even
Right.
even if you don't produce again, your experience as a producer is gonna inform your writing.
Right.
You're
Yep.
gonna be able to
Yeah.
write knowing that it has to be produced, maybe not by you,
Yeah.
but and what are the challenges that you faced as a producer, now it goes into your writing, so sounds like I don't need to tell you this. You've already figured all this out, but this is more for anybody watching. That even if you're doing something that you don't want to do, like
Mhm.
you didn't set out to be a producer, you just had to do it. So you
Yeah.
for people who are feeling obligated or, they do it begrudgingly, like, "I have to be a producer now." But
Mhm.
to really try and think long term about that
Right.
investment.
Yeah. See things through to the end. Or like if you have like a goal in mind, just see
Mhm.
it until it happens. And then some. Have a new goal after that.
Yes. Well, Cree, this has been a fantastic conversation. I really
I've
appreciate
enjoyed
it.
it.
Yeah, I'm it's great to meet you. I'm inspired by you and your story, and I hope other people are too.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best in your production.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see you on screen in your debut acting role.
Yeah.
And if we can, I'd love to help, promote it when it's done.
Oh yeah, for
We'll do
sure.
we'll
I'll
do
I'll send you whatever you need me to send you.
Yeah, that's
I
great.
appreciate that.
Of course, of course. But thank you for your time, and thank you for sharing your story, and, look forward to seeing what you do in the future.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Brent.
All right. Have a good day.
All right. You too. Thanks. Bye.